What's going on, AfterBuzz family? You knocked and we are buzzing you in. It's time to be hella great. It's the season premiere of season 2 of Insecure, starting now.
You're tuning into the destination for TV superfan discussion, AfterBuzz TV. And now, let the buzz begin.
Looking like a quarter leg. Run up on me, you get hit.
Yeah.
And you my bitches with the shit.
Cardi B.
You're a bitch. Looking like
I caught a lick.
Get it. Just the shoulders.
Since day one, I've been that
Back,
bitch.
back.
Since
Hit
day
him with the
one,
shoulders. Hit him with the
got
shoulders.
some
Hit him with the
hitters.
shoulders.
I can't stand none of y'all.
Damn.
Ow.
That's how you start
Looking
season 2.
like I caught a lick.
Yeah, it was hella lit.
That's how you start
Look at me,
season 2.
look at me.
Because it's hella great here on AfterBuzz TV. Damn!
Damn, Zaddy.
Daddy,
Ooh,
we back, Daddy.
We definitely heard some of that.
To all my zaddies and my zombies out there, what's up? It's AfterBuzz TV presents Insecure. Yo, season 2, we are back. Thank God.
Yes. Gosh, it's been a long time.
It's been a long time. We look a little bit different. We look a little bit different. So before we get to all the lovely AfterBuzz information, because I want you guys to be super involved this season, I'm your lead host, McCall Hall. You can find me on social media on Twitter at McCall Hall and on Instagram at McCall Hall of Fame, when sports and pop culture collide. And to a living legend, Nefertiti in the flesh.
Stop it! I
Nefertiti in the
can't stand you. I
flesh.
can't stand you. Anyways, everybody, it's your girl Alexandria Washington, also known as Allie Washington, also known as Allie the Pub. And you can follow me across all social media platforms at Allie the Pub.
Wow.
I got my sister though.
Wow.
You saw what my sister through today.
Hey,
Yeah,
and you
listen.
gotta bring the music down real low. I feel like we should light some candles.
Let's
everybody,
chill, cute, look.
To the
and
newest
let's
edition of
settle
Insecure
down
on AfterBuzz TV. We
on the
present
quiet storm.
Oh, hey everybody, it's your girl Rhavin.
Ooh,
Hey, Rhavin.
With a V.
Rhavin.
And you can find me at B Stays Busy. Because I'm a busy bird.
because busy stays.
And I'm happy to be a friend of
Busy
this
Bird,
family.
I love it.
Hey.
Hey,
that. That was it. That's for
Yes.
Robin with a V.
Yes. Now that's how you
Can
slow
you
it
introduce this song for me? I just kind of want to hear you introduce this song.
down. You want Rhavin to introduce it?
Yes.
Hey, girl.
You're in the quiet storm.
You're
Welcome
in
to
the
the
quiet
quiet
storm.
storm. Go ahead.
Welcome to the Quiet Storm.
Come on.
Coming up next
Yes.
is I'll Make Love to You. By Boyz II Men.
Yes.
Damn.
Damn.
Does this mean I call you
Zombie?
Zombie? Zombie?
Damn,
Girl. Now, if I had worn drawers today, they would have been on the floor.
Child, I'm telling you, she got a voice for the
No, we
airwaves.
talking about the zombie and zaddy stuff.
Now,
That.
before we get to our zombies and zaddies,
Girl.
I want to make sure we shout out AfterBuzz TV. Now, y'all know I love social media. In particular, I love YouTube. So make sure you guys follow, subscribe, and rate us with 5 stars at AfterBuzz TV across the board. I'm talking about Instagram, I'm talking about Twitter, and of course YouTube. Now, here's the deal. If you guys leave a comment, I will shout you out in the next episode. I will also read and respond to those comments on YouTube. Even if you're like, girl, I disagree completely, you want some other stuff, I don't care. I'm gonna get back at you.
You will be heard.
I will definitely. So, you guys, dang. I looked back. The last time I saw you in the flesh, Allie, it was November.
It was.
It was 2016.
Dang, I haven't seen you in the new year.
I have not seen you in the
Hey,
Happy
friend.
New Year. You should-
Happy New Year.
Hey,
Happy
friend.
half a New Year.
like,
Almost. Well, we're in the second half of New Year.
but we gonna end it strong.
We are.
We gonna end it strong.
Hey, sister.
Sister friend.
That's
sister friend.
you know what that was right there. Hold my what.
That
That
was-
was that black girl magic right
I
there.
felt it.
Did you
Yo.
feel it? That's
Yo,
gen-
can
that's
they come
gen-
over
But
here
hey,
too?
wait a minute. That's genuine black
Can
girl
we
Can
magic.
they bring it over here?
Listen, I got.
Connect,
Come on.
connect.
That's
Black
gen.
girl
Yeah, this is
magic.
genuine black girl magic host style, host edition. I'm gonna leave it. I'm gonna drop
Because-
hands.
Drop hands, because we hella great on Insecure
Hello.
on AfterBuzz TV.
Hello.
You guys, I am so happy that Insecure is back.
Yes.
I literally watched that final episode with Lawrence banging Tasha.
Woo.
I probably have watched that episode 30 times.
Yeah.
Between my computer, between my iPhone, because I just kept watching it over and over and over. Like, damn it!
Yeah.
Did you
cannot.
really
I cannot.
leave my girl on the couch?
Yeah.
Crying
On the couch.
Remember the couch?
Hey, blood.
Hey, blood.
On the couch.
On the couch.
Baking back.
Yeah. It's kind of
So,
sad.
let's get into it, you guys. Let's break down this episode. Get through all the emotions of it,
so many.
because there's so many emotions. Dream sequence, of course. Issa and Lawrence are at dinner. Psych.
Yeah. Surprise, bitches!
Look, like the gag of all gags. I see that they're not gonna give up on the dream sequence piece. But Issa is out on several dates.
Yes.
The life of a girl in LA. Now,
Ooh,
you
especially in LA.
I noticed you have on a
Jesus.
ring, so it's been a while for you. Allie, you know, we have shared a lot of stories.
We have. And shout out to Spicy Marty. She tried to help, but
She tried to help.
I think
She
I'm a
tried to
lost
help.
cause. I think I'm a different case.
But
Especially
growing
Bishop.
up here, being raised here,
You get it.
I know. I totally
the-
know.
But see, it's totally different for you too, because I feel like on the pro side, because you've been here, so like you had the opportunity to like know people and like people from high school.
That still didn't help when
From
it came to dating, though, at all.
I feel
At
like you
like-
just did back in the pool. You know what I mean? Like, oh, I remember little Joe from 11th grade. He was trying to holler at the kid.
Yo,
You see what he talking about?
I can't tell you any good stories like about dating in LA.
Dang.
Dating in LA sucks. These LA dudes suck.
They definitely
Now, I brought this up last season, but I want to just remind people, if you guys are new to Insecure, originally this show was actually created for ABC. Okay?
Right.
And it was titled LA Dudes Suck. And damn it, they still sucking on season 2. Issa drifts into the illest freestyle I've ever heard in my life.
do. The most sincere.
Can you duplicate a little bit? Like, can you drop a couple of the bars? Do you remember any of it?
She said, cheat is what I do.
Something I'm gonna cheat on you too.
I'ma cheat on you too.
Hey, that's all I remember. That's all I
And
remember.
she
It
said,
was
"Run
so
away."
Ill. It was so
like,
ill.
what?
It was so ill.
And something about her tip. She said something at her tip about running away or
Yeah.
something like that.
Yeah.
Here's a tip. Run away.
Yo,
Yes.
I was like,
as
aw.
soon as I leave here, I'm gonna go watch it again. I gotta get that freestyle down because I feel like I'm gonna give that one on the next date that I'm on.
Hey, it be like that.
Because you just gotta tell the truth.
With the knife and the fork.
Hello.
Like, 'cause the beat-
That was the crunkest part.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, you got to get
Yeah.
lit.
It low-key reminded me of an old school scene from Coming to America when she was like,
Yeah.
Really did like
yes,
breaking
and
it
she
down.
was like, my name is Peaches and I'm the best. All the DJs want to feel my breath. Boom, boom, eka. Hey. Yeah, that's where it took me right there.
But you know what was cool about it though? I like the series of the people that she dated.
So let's get into some of the cameos.
That was cool.
From the opening scene. The only person that I recognized was oh gosh, his name
Rel?
escapes me now. Not Rel. His name
Keyron.
is No, not Keyron.
I'ma just name him as she goes. No.
Okay. Dustin from the Friend Zone podcast. If you guys have a moment to check out some other podcasts, obviously make sure you subscribe to the Insecure
of course.
podcast.
Yes.
But after you subscribe to our podcast, download the Friend Zone on Loudspeaker Network, I believe. They also have the Read and some other really good ones. But Dustin is on the Friend Zone, and he's guest starring on this episode.
That's cool.
He was the one that he was real smooth, chocolate brother with a bald head. And he was like
Light skin,
I think, well, kind of lights.
like a brown mocha little color.
Look, what's better than one billionaire? Two, especially if they're the same hue. as
Come
you.
on.
I mean,
Come on.
We all brown,
Yeah.
okay? I don't remember.
But
So,
what was he saying? Which one was he? Because I'm trying to remember which one he was.
I think it was one of the first ones.
he was the first one. As soon
The
as
very first one.
As soon as she
Oh, okay.
realized I'm not with
So
Lawrence.
it was Dustin, the guy, Emmanuel, and I forget his brother's name, but they were one of the first people to start doing like Vine videos and stuff.
Oh,
You remember
okay.
She Ratchet? You remember that song?
No.
Oh my God, that started the whole Ratchet movement. They from Atlanta.
right in the
reviewed-
car. They were in
Exactly,
the
like
car.
She Ratchet.
No, I gave up on Ratchet. in,
Emmanuel and
2008.
Phillip, so that was Phillip. So Dustin, Phillip, King Keyron from All Def Digital and like the skit videos on Instagram, and then Rail from the Carmichael show that just got canceled. I'm sad about it.
Yeah, that was a good show.
But Rail's working out here, so shout out to Rail.
He getting checks. So let's move on. Molly finally takes her ass to therapy.
and is
She
not
should've.
really there for therapy
She
at all
is
whatsoever.
not opening up
She's not
a
there for
single
it.
thing. The only thing she opened up was her checkbook to pay for it.
Yeah.
She didn't open up her mouth. She didn't do nothing. Then had the nerve to try to flip it on the therapist. Like, well, she trying to be in my business.
Well, you paying her to be in your business, Molly. I actually just solicited a therapist.
Really?
Yep. I've been doing some reading here as of late, and it's not like you find yourself like in a dark space or nothing. I'm not trying to be deep, but it's important to talk to someone that's not biased to
Yeah,
your situation.
is.
You know what I mean? Like, so many times I feel like we always run to girls like, you know, oh, you my homegirl, talk to me, or oh, it's
Yeah.
my boyfriend, I can only talk to you, or sometimes you just want to talk to your mama. Like, we run to a lot of people that we're comfortable with, which is fine because it's what you're supposed to do. We're
And they're
humans.
your support system
Exactly.
too. So.
But you have to be able to talk to somebody unbiased when you're feeling, when something is really sitting with you, are bothering you, or you just want some freaking, just a revelation about yourself and who you are in your self-realization. Go talk to somebody that's unbiased. Like,
Yeah.
I'm excited.
Yeah.
And I think a lot more black people in general, but especially black women, we hold so much in all the time.
We
And
hold
another thing
so
is if
much
you're
in.
gonna do it, you need to be completely open.
Yeah, don't go with the
receptive to it.
intentions of it, because that kind of made me upset about Molly. Because I'm like, I'm trying to, you know, Molly's been my tough character.
Well, let's be honest. Let's be honest. It's not like Molly just woke up one morning after having a latte like, you know what? I'm going to try out therapy. Multiple people encouraged her to go to therapy. Right? So it wasn't like it was her choice. She finally just reacted to everybody else's request and suggestion. So I think it's a different situation when you just decide on your own, I'm going to do something. It's like losing weight. Right?
Right.
I keep telling you big. I keep telling you eating too much. Like, girl, you're going to double chin. Like, you got to slow down. You're never going to get married being big. It's not going to hit home until they decide, I want to lose weight.
And
Exactly.
there's still going to be a few different sections. She's going to keep going until she opens up. It's like a layer, like an onion. She got to get through them
And
first
then it's
few
like
layers
she's
of
picking
what-
and choosing what. It was like, oh, well, you talked about, you know, your brothers and how da. Oh, we're
That's
fine.
enough.
All right, what about work? I know you.
Everything's great.
Everything's great. You
Yeah.
just saw, boy, like, come on now.
Yeah. She's a liar. But
In denial.
But I believe as the season progresses, she's going to have a scene with that therapist.
Well, she'll probably have no choice but to like open up. She'll get to
Right,
it.
and I think that's going to be really hard for everybody to watch because Molly's such a strong person and has been through the series. That's going to be a scene to watch. That's all I
Yeah.
gotta say. Shout out to Issa's shirt. The Monday, Tuesday,
Monday through Sunday.
What the Friday,
Smack in the
Saturday,
middle of the
Sunday.
week. That's
That
how
was
it
cute.
is.
That
That's
was
how
really
it
cute.
is.
Molly and Issa confide in each other though that their lives are on E.
I thought that was the funniest line ever.
They're, like
Because
dick is on E, money on E, just everything
life
is
is
on
on
E.
E. I was like, oh no, it's not empty across the board. But there is one thing to rejoice in. All those things
Jesus?
can be on Jesus and your superhuman nigger repellent.
Yo, because sometimes you just gotta put it on.
I thought that was the funniest
It
line
was.
ever.
Because
It
he
was.
was so fine, the way she repelled him, you must have had something on.
Said,
And
what
Issa couldn't
she
even
doing?
speak. She was like 12 o'clock, 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, 3
3/4.
It's coming.
Like
Girl,
she wasn't
it's
even trying to
coming.
pay attention.
Oh, that was the funniest line to me. She's like, "Look at you with your superhero." I said, "Come on, now that's a real read.
Yo,
That's a real friend read."
Shout out to the writers. Issa Rae was on The Breakfast Club recently, and she was talking about all the different writers. I wonder if a black writer wrote that line or a white writer.
Ain't no telling.
I would love if anybody could find
I
out
think
for
it's a
us
black.
out there
That
and
was
put it on
so
the
funny
comments.
to me.
Find out who wrote this episode and if they're white or black. Because
And if they're
superhuman nigger
male or
repellent,
female.
Yeah.
And if they're male or female, we need to know that
like
too.
we need to know.
Questions that need
Like
answers.
we just need to know.
Hashtag asking for a friend. That's me.
It's
All
not
your
for
friends.
me. It's not
Asking
for
for all
me.
your friends.
It's for my friend.
It's for my friend.
Issa shares, by the way, that Lawrence will not communicate. Surprise, surprise. Whew.
Lawrence is bothering me this season already.
Here's the thing about this
mad.
episode.
Alright.
There's so many sudden movements to things that exist and don't exist. But what does exist is Lawrence's booty cheeks all up in the screen.
Come on, Jay.
Thrusting and grinding and gyrating and giving that girl every back shot a girl could dream
Hello.
of.
Now listen, Jay is a good friend of mine. He has family in Arkansas. Go to church with his mom. Like,
Yes,
hey, Miss
Lord.
Paula.
Yes, Lord.
Literally, Jay, Miss Paula. First of all, you created perfection. I
Them
never
cheeks.
told you this, but I just wanted to let you know now. All right, Miss Paula.
Them
Second of all,
cheeks.
gosh, he works out. I just wanted to text him and be like, "Hey, Jay,
I see you.
Zaddy, I see you with the
What
chips,
up, big
Zaddy."
head?
Hey, big head. No, but he was really deal. Like you could tell. Now I see. Like I've never been one of those girls. I've been around girls that be like, "Oh my God, girl, he has a cute butt." I just be like, "That is so."
Like, and you,
No,
you
there's a
totally
sex-
look
and I don't know if it's like a
past it.
black girl thing or like just a girl thing
it's a
or
butt.
like you
No,
know because
but it's a there's
I don't
is a
look at butt. Do
difference.
you look at butt?
Not really. I look
There's
at
a
other
difference.
things.
I mean, especially if you get naked with a person and they walk away.
But do
after
you
the
look?
moment,
Were
you're
you
not
looking?
looking?
Were you? Did
You're
you?
not checking
Did
that
you
out?
or did you not look at butts before? Like you got in your situation all engaged and
did.
stuff. Really?
I look at butts at the
It didn't
gym.
define whether
You're
I
an
was gonna deal with them.
athlete too, so
Like,
it's different.
I look at how high they booties sit up at the
Well,
gym.
that's how tight they are too. Like when they work out, they sit up. Like it's just I don't know.
Do you
It's
want
something
somebody
to
with a
grab
J
on.
with a Lawrence booty or what?
I just like something I can grab on.
It's something
too.
to grab on for sure.
Y'all grab booties? What
I
am
mean, I don't
doing?
grab booties anymore.
What? I'm out of here. Hey, I'm
I'm
checking
not
out.
here
I don't grab
to
booties
lay,
anymore, but
I'm
I
not
can
here to lay
relate.
on the
Yo,
sword,
what?
but I do believe in a little bit of transparency to help our show and our viewers and our listeners, relate. And I have placed my paws.
Somebody need to help me.
You just gotta.
Some you just can't resist.
And I got big hands.
Grab both cheeks.
I'm just saying
Yeah.
that. Okay, well, you know him. He's like a friend, so maybe you can't consider.
I
like-
mean, but y'all even previously, I don't think I've ever grabbed a butt.
have you ever had a butt like that?
I've had a nice. I guess looking at that, I've had a nice share of butts. I guess. How crazy does this sound, y'all?
We have gone on for 120 seconds
Off
about
of
ass
butts.
cheeks.
Jesus.
All right, moving
So,
along.
move-
Shout out to the cheeks.
Shout out to them
That's all you
cheeks.
can.
I hope we see more of them. Oh, we
I
did.
think that was
Ooh,
the test.
Jesus.
I think that was the taste saying we will.
So here's the gag of all gags.
Talk to me.
Lawrence gets up after giving this young lady with her nipples pierced, this low-class Jezebel.
Ooh,
Jezebel.
Now, I thought he was going to say, hey, you want some breakfast? Can I go make you some? He said, I'm going to get up and go. The nerve.
Yeah.
And it sounds like it's been going on for multiple months.
I thought it was like
She
the
used
first
to it.
weekend, and then I'm like, no, I heard. I was like, yeah, this is the thing you do.
Like, how long is too long for a man to be coming into your home where you are paying the bills and giving you the goods, but yet either y'all aren't living together, but he's just like coming in and dipping and slipping? Like, I don't believe in that. At some point, you got to take me out. You got to be
it
paying.
happened eventually.
And that's not. I was in, and you have to as
She's
a woman.
pimping backwards, low key.
And as a woman, you have to be able to recognize that thing, and I think that Tasha wasn't recognizing it. I had a situation like that, and you gotta I recognize, bro. We ain't never. Now, granted, your work schedule is a little different. You know what I'm saying?
But that work
and it be
schedule-
late, and it be late when you get off. I get it, like late, so we can't really go nowhere. But like, you ain't took me nowhere though.
You get an off day.
like
at
you
least
get an
one.
off day,
At least
fam.
one. And
And,
then another
we ain't
thing
been
is-
nowhere, but we can chill at the house.
Some women really, really will consider the BS if they lay in the pipe
I
good.
won't even
Because that's pay-
allow
because
and it
that's
somebody
looked
in the
like he
house.
lay in the pipe
That's
pretty
payment.
well. So that's, you know.
So speaking of pipe, I want to move on real quick. Lawrence is still staying with his homeboy.
Sorry, ass nigga.
I can't think of his. I think it's Chad.
Sorry, ass nigga.
I don't like him at all. I've never liked him. And when the hell is he getting married?
I
Where
don't
is
know.
his fiance?
He been engaged for a long time.
That's what we call a forever fiance. Oh, we about to get married.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
Lawrence is still sleeping on this raggedy ear mattress, and his friend brings up this quote, and I couldn't understand what he was trying to say. He said, "Pressure bust pipes." Do you guys remember that line?
Yes,
he does.
because I wrote it down.
Okay, so what was your analysis of him saying that?
I'll let you go, Bert.
I think Lawrence was basically saying like there's no pressure between him and Tasha. Like we do what we do. And I think homeboy was saying pressure bust pipes, like it's not gonna last forever. Like she's gonna either want more or you're gonna either like not you're not gonna be happy with this.
So figure it out.
Yeah, figure it out, make some moves. Because when you stay too complacent, it's just nowhere to go from there.
I'm processing as they're speaking because I didn't quite understand it. What did you pick up?
I got that. I got a little double kind of meaning. I thought it was probably along the lines of that, and then I thought it was kind of just like a sexual kind of thing. Like, all right, you keep on, fool. Pressure gonna bust up. It's
Like
pipe
he gonna
bust.
he
you know what I'm saying? Like, be careful out here because you're not in the predicament clearly to be living on your own. You don't even got your own pot to piss in right now. You on my air
and
mattress.
if your pipe
and
bust,
then your
you gonna
pipe
have
mess
a
around
little-
and bust, you
little
really gonna
animal
have
on
a
the
little
way.
situation. And then you don't even know this chick like this, and y'all don't even know what y'all doing. And then you mess around and have a baby with her. Then what you gonna do?
That's what I thought. That's what I thought.
You feel me? Thank you.
Hell, Lawrence is
And
a
the way he
grown-ass
was,
baby.
and the way he was laying that pipe, I mean,
Because
all
let me
we
tell you
know,
something. Is the way he was going, even if you strapped up,
that's
The
just
fool
looked
is
like
a
it was
full blown
bursting.
mechanic. He knows how to connect some things.
you know, rubbers only last through so much. There's
It's
only
going
so
hard
much.
in the
Better
paint.
grapefruit that thing.
Shout out to Girls Trip. I don't know if you guys had a chance to go see Girls Trip this weekend. I had a chance to go see Girls Trip this weekend, and
Amazing.
I'm gonna swing by the produce section.
But you gotta be careful.
Come
'cause
on,
there's a-
but
there's-
quick thing. Would you really?
I mean,
Come
I
on.
grab ass.
Nowadays,
I
but
grab
nowadays, if you
asses.
grab booty, you
I grab booty cheeks. So
But
I
I'm
mean,
just
ain't no
concerned
telling.
about the whole.
would you now?
I'm concerned about the whole.
Would you say we're going to
the
Rouse
juice.
after this? We've already discussed this. Will you be grabbing the grapefruit?
No, because if there's a chance that I can hurt someone by doing that, then
well, he
I'm
just
not-
got it in his eye.
No, it was in his hole.
Oh, he
Okay,
did
let's
say
not
that.
spoil it for those who haven't seen it. But Girls Trip is in theaters now. It was fantastic. Another example of black girl magic.
That's also insecure.
And back to Insecure. So, side note, Issa's on another dating app. I'm so damn tired of dating apps, I don't know what to do. And I feel for her because she is swiping left like a mother.
Were you ever on any dating sites? Have we talked about that before?
I have been on them. I have been. I do not like them. And I'm going to tell you why. Total side note, because I know we're running low on time. I just feel like, for women, right, we are to be hunted, right? Men are hunters.
Courted.
We are to be courted. So for us, like being out and about, like it's not like it's always easy, right? Men are supposed to approach. So if you're a man and you're on an internet site and you're saying, I'm this, I'm that, I'm great, how, Sway? How? If you're all that, then how come you can't meet somebody in person?
Then
Yeah.
again, why are we on there?
'Cause
Swiping
we're
left or
women.
swiping right?
Because we're women. It's not always the same situation. We
What
don't.
about Bumble?
What's
Because we
Bumble?
got to make the first move.
Oh, but you know what? I've been on Bumble. You still got to swipe.
Yeah, you got to swipe, but you got to. We're responsible for making the first move on Bumble.
I will tell you this. For those of you guys who are out there thinking about, okay, what dating app, works for me? For the ladies, I will say that I went on more dates off of Bumble.
Really?
I did.
I met a lot of white men on Bumble.
Ain't nothing wrong
Ain't
with
nothing
that.
I know it ain't
Shit.
nothing. I know.
Listen,
Let me tell you. But I
Rhavin
went
got the squirrel on lock.
I didn't want to put your stuff out there, but she
Yeah,
is
we love
happily
it. She love
engaged.
hers. Yes.
And her credit is A1,
By
honey.
myself.
By herself.
without a man.
Hello.
Come and get this word.
It's a word. It's a word.
It's a word.
It's a knife.
So anyways, but Bumble is great for ladies and Tinder for guys because
Have you guys
guys are
tried Plenty
trash.
of Fish?
Oh, hell no.
No.
That's a bad
That's
one?
like sexual stuff, right?
No.
That's like sex dates.
No,
I wish there was
that's
tequila.
I
Tinder.
tried Hinge. All the girls were like, you gotta get on Hinge.
Oh
When I
yeah,
first
because
moved
Hinge
down
is
here,
supposed to be within
Hinge is
context
like,
of your contacts,
okay,
right?
but I just, and I never went on a date from any of them either.
You don't have any
I got too
homies that have
scary.
like that know cute guys? Isn't that like Hinge?
No,
It's
'cause
LA.
if I would have been,
It's
if I would have had that, I would have had
LA.
McCall put me on.
It's LA. It doesn't
Why you
even
ain't put me
matter.
on?
It doesn't even matter. You go on these sites and you look at their professions and they say that they are this and they are that. And then you go on a date with them and they use the term aspiring with everything. Why are you
Lord.
always damn aspiring?
Why are you
But
forever
honestly-
dreaming? Wake up!
But McCall
can't stand
and
it.
Allie, honestly, even face-to-face interaction is just as obnoxious as that as well. Because I was recently on a cruise ship and just randomly meeting people, and he's like, "So what do you do? Where are you? Where are you from? What do you do? Who are you?" And I was like, "I'm Rhavin with a V." Like, I'm tired of like having to give my whole resume every time I meet a person.
And I don't like starting over. That's been my most
By the
hardest
time
thing.
I talked to him, I had already like given that explanation of what I do to like 5 or 6 other people prior to him. So by the time he asked, I'm like, I'm Rhavin with a V.
That's true.
You can Google me and get an idea or try and find me on Facebook. But after this, it's just like, it's too much. Why can't it just be genuine conversation?
Honestly, I've given it to God. Molly and Issa need to give their careers to God. Issa's having a little bit of trouble with We Got Y'all. I'm glad to see she still has a job.
I'm glad that they still got her.
Yeah.
Shout out to them actually saying the real names of the schools, because Audubon is for sure a real middle
Like,
school.
for real, 'cause-
And that part, that was my bus stop.
What about East 41st?
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
cool.
the school.
Issa
That was
Rae
another
mentioned
bus
that. I don't know if it was Breakfast Club, but she said that before. She was like, I want to make sure. No, it was on The Read. She was on The Read last week. And she said, I want to make sure that everything is accurate and totally authentic to
And
the
it
LA
so
experience.
is.
For real, because
It
I
so
was
is.
peeping. You remember we were talking about her saying CVS and like, girl, bitch, you in
are
a
at
99
the 99
cent
cent
store.
store. Yes.
But just seeing her walk down the other streets that I grew up on, I'm like, okay, I know that street.
Randy's
I know that street.
Donuts.
Like,
Yeah.
Dope.
Molly
Skirt, skirt.
discovers that she has a pay discrepancy.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the way this all came about, somebody accidentally gave her somebody else's check. First of all, I would be pissed. Number one, I already
That's
assume.
hard. How do you swallow that?
You already assume. Okay, let's just be honest. I'm a black woman in America. I have a really good job. I just know for a fact that I could be getting paid more if I was a white man. I just know this. I don't like it. I just know it. But when you see it in your face and then you see who is actually earning more than you with their incompetent ass.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the kind of stuff that could make you physically ill. I think I would end up being physically ill if I found that out.
Mentally destroyed.
In your face.
In your face.
Yeah, if you found it out in your face, because it's different when you just like
you hear
know
about
it
it.
and you're just like, mm.
But you
when
see it on
when
paper?
somebody is like,
Yeah.
hey,
See
read
it on
this.
paper?
Hey,
Yeah.
it's right here.
Them numbers
that
don't
would-
lie. It was printed. It's inked. It's
Yeah.
signed, sealed, delivered.
It's not yours.
It's not
Hey.
yours. It's not yours.
Hey, funny alert. So Molly's going through all this. Issa calls, and Issa's like having just such a great day. You know when you've been beefing with your friend, and then you guys are kind of back on like speaking terms, and Issa's is having such a great conversation, one-sided with Molly. Molly's just not in the mood. Molly just hangs up on her.
Sure does.
That was
She
so
was
damn
like,
funny.
That's why you're my best
I gotta go.
friend.
You
Get the best wine. Click.
I do that shit with my mom all the time. Sorry,
I'm
Mom.
like, dang.
I take that shit so personal.
But sometimes you got to do it. Damn, I mean, so Lawrence, side note, tells Issa that he's going to come by to pick up his jury duty mail. We'll get back to that. Molly does some detective work and finds out who the guy is at the holiday party, and he seems like an absolute jerk. I hope she punches him in his face. So let's talk about the wind down.
Yes.
The crunk,
The wind down that
wind
turned
down.
the wind down that turned into a major lituation.
Can we just
On
ask the
accident.
question? Why Carlos Rossi? You guys still drink Carlos Rossi?
I don't.
I can't remember the last time I had
Why
it.
in the hell? I mean, let me
That's
tell
the
you
one that
something.
comes in a big one with the little loop.
No, like a big. It's like a big, like a.
I haven't had Rossi
Jug.
since I was in college. I don't know why the hell Issa had Rossi, but anyways, the party looked crunk.
Because when you in the hood, you just get hood
That's it.
shit.
You just get hood stuff. That did they still
You
at the
lucky they didn't
99
have the
cent
Four
store?
Locos with the Kool-Aid.
Hello.
Rundown.
Ooh, Four Locos used to whoa.
That was the devil.
If Issa Rae ever calls me to come to a party, I'm gonna think long and hard because if I get there and
Well,
there's
she
some-
won't
Did you
be
see
in
her on?
Inglewood.
Did
She
you
won't
see
be
her
in-
on Instagram this weekend?
does she have Carlos Rossi?
She was on some yacht shit, hashtag yacht shit with her friends.
What?
And they were lit.
Were
she
they?
took all the cast. I think it was like their like rap party kind of. It was so
I wish I
freaking
could've been.
dope.
I bet you there
Oh
was not a
God, it
single
was
bottle
so
of
dope.
Carlos
She was
Rossi.
like, I always said that I wanted to do hashtag yacht shit with my friends, and guess what, y'all? I'm doing yacht shit with my friends. So shout out Issa Rae. That was so dope. And I followed the hashtag yacht shit all weekend. I was
That's
like,
about
it's
to be
pretty
my
dope.
new one. Yacht shit. Issa's brother shows up.
That was so
Is that
cool.
her real brother, or do we know if that's
I
her
don't
real brother in
know.
real life?
Actually, a good question.
I don't
So,
know.
you guys,
But it'd be kind of cool if it was.
I'm about to pull a Wendy. How you doing?
How you doing?
Issa's brother,
Oh.
is he?
interest?
How you doing?
Yeah.
Or is he? How you doing?
He's.
Because the way he interacted with people made me think, how you doing?
Mm-hmm.
You pick up what I'm putting down?
Get you that braid. Yes, you always the flyest on the wall, and you.
I don't know,
with
like-
your. I was like, yeah. Hello.
I just kind of picked up on like something, you know, that was
brings
unspoken.
brings a different element to it.
But he's kind of different. Like he kind of goes back and forth. I don't know. I'm interested to see his character
That's
develop.
super interesting because I was thinking that and I was like,
yeah, like is he?
maybe they could be harping on the fluid term
because we okay. So
because in LA, a lot of people are fluid.
are very fluid. Let me
Love
tell you
what you
something.
love.
The
No
fluids in
limitation.
LA that
just
go,
make sure you know which way when you swing my way.
okay.
Don't swallow or ingest the fluids. That's all I gotta say. 'Cause
I
it is
cannot
potent
deal
out here.
with her.
It's potent.
Why? Get her off the panel.
Don't squeeze the juice.
Get her out of here.
Don't squeeze the juice. But I do want to bring up something about why I feel like his character is so important. If my assumption is true, and there is some fluidity. Issa Rae mentioned.
No pun intended. Go ahead.
Right. Issa Rae mentioned that Langston, who played Molly's bisexual boyfriend, will not be returning. And I think that they still need to continue that conversation. I think he left to do another show, but I think they still want to pry that subject matter a little bit. And I think
They need
Amal
to.
would be that person to kind of bridge that
That's
conversational
actually
gap.
perfect.
That's good, actually.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I be thinking.
See, we thinking, girl.
Speaking of conversation too, real fast. I love how Issa brings in the conversation.
with the bloods?
How she cultivates the conversation.
So all the bloods show up.
Big B.
All the bloods show up at the party. One of the bloods is macking on Kelly.
Talking about
Yoda.
you butte.
Thug Yoda.
He said, "You butte and thick."
I thought he was gonna say big. I was like, oh, please don't.
Now, what was this dance that they were
And
doing?
big.
I've heard of the Crip Walk. I'm from Seattle. I've only been in LA, for a few years. I don't know all these gang terms. Okay, I was in Jack and Jill for crying out loud.
You were one of those.
So, what was this dance that they were doing?
I mean, it was
It's
definitely the
basically-
blood walk.
Yeah, it was.
that's what you call the blood walk.
Yeah.
Yeah. The crib walk can't have the crib walk without the bloods having a blood walk.
Right.
But like he dusted off his shoes.
He does.
They do that
because that's a
crib,
part.
crib
That's a
walks
part
do
of it
too.
You
But
know,
they're
you've heard
usually
of
going in a
YG.
B like.
Yeah,
it's
they
just-
spell out. See, here's what happens. They dance and they spell out blood or crip. So you see how like all
Or
the
they'll
footwork
spell out-
goes. Are
I
those
was getting ready to say something real ignorant.
Or sometimes they'll spell out the rival and then like stomp it out.
Yeah.
And cross all like just all kind of.
The things I
Or like
didn't pick up
CKBK.
on watching the Snoop Dogg video. So Lawrence ends up at Tasha's house and finally takes the girl out for happy hour sushi. You low class tramp. You can't even get Mastros.
and then ask her, did she want to go half on the popcorn shrimp?
Wait a minute.
He did say that, and she was so ecstatic.
Wait a minute.
But what? Maybe he needs somebody that's like willing to go half. on the
Because I
popcorn.
need somebody to go half on the shrimp.
I didn't
Why?
pick up on that.
Girl,
I
he
thought
definitely
he just
did.
asked if she
No.
wanted something.
So you
He
want to
said
go half on this? That's what very
Yeah.
clear. So you want to go half on this popcorn shrimp or no? And she was like,
She couldn't
I'm
wait.
so glad you
Yeah,
said
'cause
something
I'm
because
still hungry.
and I'm still hungry, trying to be cute.
I'm actually not mad at Lawrence's transition. I don't know if he's transitioning out or if he's reaffirming himself to try to transition back in. But I'm not.
Lawrence
mad
don't
at
know
it.
what
I know
he
y'all
wants.
not gonna like it, but I'm not mad at it.
All he knows
and
that
he about
wants,
to get wrapped up in another girl like that. Like I'm gonna come on the weekends, do my thing. I'm gonna take you out.
Weekend.
You
Lawrence
not
is
on that
SZA.
level for me yet. We don't know what he's feeling.
I think I got it covered for the
the
weekend.
weekend. Lawrence is SZA. He really said half on. Well, you know what? But he's been working at his job for 2 months. You cannot afford her own personal popcorn shrimp and your own personal.
He doesn't want to. He doesn't want to fully invest in
He
something.
probably not even.
Yes.
Lawrence look like the type of dude too that ain't even throwing his homeboy nothing on the rent.
He probably
Probably
ain't.
not.
He probably
You know.
ain't.
He don't even look like one of them.
Yeah.
You know?
Lawrence and Tasha have a conversation about the living situation. I think she was trying to pry and find out what his intentions were. But darling, you're pimping backwards. I have said this on multiple occasions.
True.
She's pimping backwards.
True.
And she's trying to force something out of him
She
that
needs
you
to keep
should
the
have got.
cookie on lock, clink, clink, and then try and,
You
put
don't
some boundaries.
give up the cookie
The
until
cookie.
you know that there will be some milk waiting for you. You do not give up the cookie until you know there will be
Like
milk.
the glass has to be full,
It
sitting,
has to be full.
Not half
It has to
empty,
be
half full.
chill.
Like you don't
Just
know, it's
full.
just full.
like a dunkable. signs.
Tasha's a silly. Okay, so can I ask a question? Malibu, shut the f up. Trigger word. Did I picked up on what they were saying?
I didn't remember that from before.
But I don't recall
went to
that
a
coming
trip.
up. Well, because they went to Malibu, and that's where their blow up, kind of came to a head. But is that their trigger word for like, okay, you're
Bible.
going too far?
Oh, I thought it was like Bible, like how
That's what I thought too.
Like I'm confused because I
Like,
feel like it's gonna come up again.
I
like,
thought it was like
Malibu-
a trigger word for like no lie, like telling the absolute truth.
okay,
Like really shut up. Really shut up. Like
like Malibu,
yeah,
like chill.
yeah.
Yeah. Like, do I have a booger on my nose? And you say no, and I'm like, no, for real, do I? And you're like, Malibu, no. You don't have a booger in your nose. And
Because
then I
that's
find out I
Malibu.
have a booger in my nose, and I'm like, you said Malibu. And you're like, I know, but
you
I
really
didn't
got a
see
booger
it.
in your nose.
Do I?
Yeah, come here.
Is it a crown?
I'm kidding.
Okay, so
I was like, is it tiny or
we
can
keep
I
it
just say-
totally real here on AfterBuzz TV.
Like, if
Boogers
that
and all.
analogy makes
Well,
sense.
Okay, I like the analogy. I like where it's going. I didn't quite understand it, but now I do a little bit better.
Good.
I guess I'll have to find one of those for me and my friends.
Yeah, maybe not Malibu. That's just, that's
Compton.
3 syllables. Like,
Bompton.
Bompton. Whatever.
but then you gotta be like on Bompton. You know what I'm
Whatever.
saying?
The
Whole another
Bloods.
spectrum.
Speaking of Bompton, the Bloods light a fire in the house. How did that
Which
even
has
start?
to happen from like ashing a blunt or something
That
in the
was
trash can with the
so-
cherry.
Did
And how
you
many
see-
times
That's what I'm
somebody done
thinking.
did that?
I'm just thinking that's exactly
Now
what
I know
happened.
what not to do.
Because nobody was cooking. Nobody.
Did you see old girl with her codependent husband over there hitting the weed? Because they try to act all high and mighty, and it's like, you
And
guys
all
are
of a
over here
sudden-
hitting the
You
weed.
ain't gonna ask.
Do you have
Do
any
you have any
herb?
herb?
And look, they're so classy. They said herb, not herbs.
Yeah.
But herb.
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 Well, yeah, they
What
said-
up, Amanda?
All hell breaks loose. They finally put the fire out. But you know what?
No, she
I'ma
put the
tell
fire
you.
out. Everybody else ran. It was like her and like
Everybody
one
was
other.
out of there.
Can I be honest? I really thought the house was going to burn down because
When it
we
first
ended
lit.
with the couch being out on the street and it was shot to hell.
Right.
And I thought to myself, this will be the perfect way to kind of bring everybody back together. Just burn the whole house down. Best Buy shirt and all. I bet it's still in the closet.
Probably is.
Just burn the house down. I was really disappointed the house didn't burn down. I know that sounds terrible.
Yeah, that would have been some real drama.
So
And all her
I'm gonna skip over Issa getting robbed by these kids because I want to really break down the ending of this episode because I know we're running short on time. Lawrence finally comes by knocking because he wants to pick up his mail. Now, remember, Issa set up this party with the intention of having him come by when she's like doing good and having fun.
Done that before.
But I'm glad that he came by when he did because he saw the aftermath. It's one thing to like be there when somebody's having a gathering, but to see the aftermath, like y'all really was kicking it. Like
The burn scar on the
like,
wall from the trash can.
like she clearly had a gathering,
Right.
and I'm glad that he saw that. But then he saw more than that.
he
I did not see this coming. I saw more of Lawrence's ass cheeks. I can't complain. But Lawrence
Issa,
and Issa just
yes, I'm
start
sorry.
getting it on
And I was
that couch.
all for it. All for it.
It
I was not
steamy.
for it. I was for watching it, but for the conceptual part of it, I was not for.
I think
Because I knew he was going up and leave. I knew he was.
I think in that's where the inconsistency.
Call it out, girl.
That's where it comes. That's where it comes into play because you can't. But too, I guess because I've been there, so I kind of get it. Like, you want to be able to fix it, and you think so much in your head like that is gonna fix it. You know what I'm saying? It's just
course.
like,
And
bro, it's been forever. He ain't came to get this mail. He got to get the mail. Now he here. He finna go get this stuff from the bathroom. If he still loves me, then ... So it's always that open door that's just like, well, hell, if he kiss me, then I'm
the
gonna
way
kiss him
he
back.
walked back
If he
in and
touch
dropped
me,
the
I'm
bag.
gonna touch him first. I touch him too. So I feel like she was waiting for that, and then when she got it, it was almost like because as a viewer, we was hell. All of us sitting
We
there
were
like,
like,
it's just a dream, bitch.
Yes, we were waiting for her to
all
wake
were
up
looking
real
like,
quick.
When is she gonna wake up?
This is a dream. This is a dream.
Now she came to the door with none but her drawers on. She saw out of the peephole that it was Lawrence.
But she ain't had no time to
She
get her
really
life
didn't.
together.
And
She
then
had on
she
that little
tried to
kid
walk away.
shirt.
She tried to walk away and he knocked some more, and she was
takes-
like, I might lose him if I walk away to put some clothes on.
Exactly. He may
might
not
walk
think
away
I'm
from
home.
this door.
It takes 30 seconds to put on some Jordan shorts. I walk around in my drawers or lack thereof all the time. And if the UPS man comes by my house, I have Jordan shorts.
No, that's different.
To put on.
That's for the UPS man.
Hell, my UPS
You
man
saw
is
This
fine.
is the DICK man.
You saw how broken
This is
she
the
was.
EX man. This is I want him BACK man. Hello, this ain't no UPS man. Wrong letters.
You saw her looking at the burn on the wall.
The next
and
time my
looking
UPS
all sad.
man come by, I'm gonna tell him you need to change your.
You need to
Change your letters.
Yes.
DICK
Step it up.
man.
Hello.
Damn.
She was
Girl.
broken before that door rang.
So here's one of the things that I personally have an issue with on Insecure, with just some of the production. Last season, Molly hooks up with that young man. I didn't see a condom. This episode, did anybody have on a condom?
We don't know about Tasha.
We don't know about
We know
Tasha.
for sure that was not with Issa and Lawrence.
And
Well, it did look like Tasha had, and he was doing one with Tasha because he definitely just put his drawers back on.
You right.
Just saying. And I don't know how
Ooh.
people get. I mean, to each his own. But
so here's my issue.
Well,
We
flush
talk about
action, throw
HIV,
away.
AIDS in the African American community, and here Lawrence is. You don't know where Tasha's really been. She's low class, so she's probably got a few things because she's low class. Then you going over here banging Issa raw.
But I think he's also coming from this fact. I'm not saying that it's right, but I think he's also coming from the fact of hell, she did it, so I don't know what she was doing. So I'm out here too. That don't give you no excuse because that's your
smart,
health. That's
but
you.
that-
You get what I'm saying? But I mean, niggas is petty. They gonna do that.
They're petty. They're low class. They're just.
And this is, even though this is something you might not like production wise, this is still very relatable and how it goes down.
I ain't never let somebody just come over to my.
Well, you
Hold on, McCall.
but
Hold on,
there's-
wait. I was like, don't incriminate yourself. Think.
Don't please.
So let's just move on to some
Let's
predictions.
do that. Let's do that.
Let's move on to some predictions.
And now, your
Sorry,
AfterBuzz
McCall.
TV.
That scared the hell out of me. So,
Ooh, so creepy.
because we like to predict things, even though there are previews for the next episode, we don't know everything.
Was that the preview for the next episode or for everything within
I think it was
the
for
next?
everything.
Everything.
You know what I think is gonna happen?
What?
And I don't know if it's gonna be next episode or at some point, but if Lawrence continues to drop his drawers and just penetrate on command, I don't know if it's going to be Tasha. I don't know if it's going to be Issa.
Somebody
But
gonna get?
somebody is going to end up pregnant.
It's me.
Girl, I knew you had a glow.
I'm kidding.
So that's my prediction.
Woo!
What's your glow ass prediction?
I predict that there's gonna be like this light skinned girl that like is really close, like as a day player or something, like right behind the whole friend group.
Does her name start with an A?
I believe so. This is just a prediction. I think her name is like Allie.
They call
And
it
I
the
think it's
pub?
gonna be, I think so. And I think it's gonna be on the episode where they're at the California African American Museum. But don't quote me. I had so much fun, just I had to plug myself. Okay.
So I
amazing
would like
Ally
to
the
do the
Pun.
honors. I would like to do the honors because I'm proud. This is not my daughter, but if she were my daughter, I'd be very proud.
Thank you, McCall.
Allie will be, I don't know what episode, but an upcoming episode, Allie will be featured as day player number one. She is at the California African American Museum with Issa and the gang, being fabulous, having wine, and getting her airtime.
Yes.
Snaps for you.
Thank you.
All around.
Thank
Black
you.
girl magic.
Thank you.
Black girl magic.
Now I will say on that episode, I can just say, can I say that as
Say what?
prediction? Like I know what happens. I don't want to spoil it.
No, don't spoil it for me, girl.
I'll pick something else then.
Is it juicy though?
Kinda.
Oh shit.
So I think you guys I think they actually showed it in the preview. So Issa finds out about Tasha via
Oh, yeah, they
social
did.
media because it goes like all around their like friend group. And so Issa finds a way to make contact, I would like to think, with
slid in her
said
DMs.
Tasha.
She slid in
And
her
I'll
DMs.
leave it there.
So it's about to go down.
It might. But I do want to say that I think Molly is going to unfold as a character just like you said. I'm not sure when, but I hope it's very soon because I think that she's going to have like a breakdown and like realize a lot of stuff about herself. But in the meantime, she's actually teaching Issa how to host, so I don't know how that's going to balance.
Which people need to know how to do. You know,
Yeah.
you need to have that phase in your life. It is healthy.
Yes, so you know where you're going.
But what if Lawrence doesn't answer any of Issa's calls or texts and she pops up at jury duty? How crazy would that be?
Oh,
That would be really sad
That'd be the gag.
with knowing that she needs some help working. Like, I hope she wouldn't take that time and energy.
I think she would, though.
Well, with that being said, as far as someone being pregnant, I agree, because it definitely appeared that he finished inside of Issa.
that's what I'm saying.
That
like,
happened. So I also don't think he is going to make up his mind anytime soon as far as what he wants to do with either of them.
He's gonna be forced to.
Maybe
With the
not.
news.
Maybe,
Because he
maybe
was
not.
he was cruising by the dunes with the window down.
Yeah, that's kind of creepy. He misses home, clearly. Like, there's no doubt about it. But I don't know if he's going to go home just yet.
And he said
he's
has
gonna
some
enjoy
loose
the rest of
ends, too.
Tasha.
Remember, he made that reference. He was like, just, some odds and ends. You know how that is? And she looking like, no, like, cut it. What you mean?
Exactly.
And I really thought, too, I want to say this. I really thought that after they had that conversation, I thought that he was going to Issa's house to cut it, which surprised me. So
Yeah. I guess he was
because
trying
after
to
the
prove to his
conversation, he was
homegirl.
just like, it's odds and ends. She was like, no, it's not. Like, she was like, okay, but it's not really.
The flesh.
That's true.
So that's your prediction.
Yeah, and then I also feel, what was I saying? Oh my gosh, I lost my train of thought.
Bring it back, girl.
I think it was Molly. I think she's gonna fold really soon because I feel like she has to, because after a while it's not gonna be much of a storyline.
Right.
So we need that to happen probably sooner than later.
Now, the reason why I'm excited for Molly to have this breakdown, like I said, I think that'll be a really dope scene. It's also because Yvonne Orgy is a hell of an actress, right? And I'm really rooting for her. And I think that we've seen like this one dimension of her as an actress, right?
Needs
maybe
a range.
two, because she has a lot of sex scenes. So we know her orgasmic face, and we know,
And she's never had sex a day in her life.
like, and she's
Which is
33.
insane.
She is a virgin.
years
I think that that's
old.
amazing.
That's
know how she
insane.
does
And then you can have sex for play and still not want to
And
do
that's
it.
what she said. She was like, I'm sorry to take away. She was interviewing with the Breakfast Club, and they asked her, like, for real, you ain't never did, you this old, you ain't never. She was like, no. She was like, how you know how to do it on stage? She was like, literally, like, people, she was like, it's the most awkward thing. She said, but when I knew that I had to do scenes, like signing up for it, I would have to, of course, I'm working chemistry with the person I'm going to be doing it with, like, and it was more like back in our own like little area, like practicing, like, you've been here, you do. And she was just
kinda
like,
hot.
it's so freaking structured, and I never
And
realized
she
how
didn't-
structured
how do you
sex
not
was.
get turned on?
And
by
I was
that?
like, dang.
Girl, all
As
you
a
gotta do is
33-year-old woman.
get on the radio and walk her through it.
Yeah.
No, but how can you not get turned on by going through the motions? Like, we went through the motions when we were kids.
Yeah.
Like, little humping with our clothes on and shit as we were growing up.
You
That
know
was
what
a turn
Rhavin
on.
was doing in Lamert Park.
I was getting ready to say,
Look.
Rhavin.
In Lamert.
I'm just saying, when you were like junior high, you were
Hey, Rhavin, mama.
Just a little rub in here.
Rhavin with a V.
Shut up. That was a turn on then, so how could you be 33 and then we reach a certain peak in our 30s and beginning of our 30s? How can that not turn you on? Like, I have questions for her. Like,
I would
real
love to
life
have a
questions.
conversation with her too, but
I need to
she
know.
is waiting. And I'm like, girl,
Wait,
listen,
child,
Yvonne,
but
wait,
like, how do
honey.
you fight that urge? Or maybe
Jesus.
I
Yeah.
can,
She's strong. She's real
Jesus.
strong. But because of that, I would like to see her take on that next level of her acting career. She's got to that could
it's
get
gonna be
her
a whole
Emmy.
nother level.
That
Yeah.
could get her the Emmy, and the Emmy will bring the husband, and the husband will bring the
The milk.
So, I before I let you guys go, I do want to share something that is good because growth is great, but then bad because I'ma just so.
McCall.
As we are, like I said, changing up the panel a little bit, we are also going to be looking for somebody to fill some big ass shoes. And she got little shoes, but some big ass shoes.
Thank you.
Tonight is Allie's last night with us.
Yes.
We need some sad music.
I am sad, dude.
I'm sad too because last year when Insecure first got announced, I wrote to our producer, said, I really think we've got to cover this show. And so I met Allie, I met the gang, and, we had so much fun. And,
And we literally fought for this show too on this network.
we fought to cover Insecure. It wasn't a guarantee that we were going to be able to cover it because nobody knew.
I hate you, Tasha.
Girl, all I
Oh,
have
you
to
hear the
say
music?
is,
Love you, Allie.
I love you too.
I wish you nothing but the best. Please let everybody know where they can find you.
Oh, y'all are
fighting-
making me so sad.
I'm fighting back tears right now.
Oh, God, I didn't cry on being Mary Jane. Okay,
This is so
guys,
sad.
I can't stand you, Josh. Okay, I am going to be on the radio in Birmingham, Alabama. I'm super duper excited. It is a radio through Summit Media. So I'm excited about some new growth and some new changes on the weekends, and God knows what's going to be following. But
Being
I
closer
will
to your
say this.
family.
Yeah, I'll be closer to my family. I get to be with my sister through her senior year, my nephew Braden. So I'm excited. But I will say this though, to Maria and all the staff here, Kevin, Josh, all of our producers and stuff. This was the very first thing that I ever did in LA, like ever. And this kind of solidified me moving here. And I enjoyed y'all. And I've always enjoyed my panels too. So I'm excited. But I'll be back.
Well, I wish you nothing
You
but the
better
best,
be.
girl, and I just want you to spread those wings and fly.
Yes.
You fly away.
I appreciate it. I really love y'all a lot. I've been with you all day, but McCall, I really appreciate you. I
Look.
really do. But I'm not finna be crying on here. Y'all ain't finna get me all
Y'all
teary
got
eyed.
us up here like Molly and Issa for real up here getting emotional and crying. So while I have tears in my eyes, I'm going to dry them and remind you all to follow AfterBuzz on TV across the board. Make sure you go on YouTube, leave your predictions, leave any comments you have, and also leave your wishes for Allie, please.
Yes.
Make sure you read them. You can
really
find
gonna be
me on
nice.
social media when sports and pop culture collide. Hopefully, I'm not a bubbling, crying baby. At McCall Hall and McCall Hall of Fame on Instagram. And Allie, once again, where can they find
Oh,
you, darling?
goodness. Last time signing off, it's Allie Washington. You can catch me across all social media platforms at Allie the Pub. I love you guys.
She's such a light. She's such a light. Martha and Snoop. This Martha and Snoop show's not gonna be the same without you. You guys can find me. I'm Rhavin with the V McSweeney. You can find me at B Stays Busy Anywhere.
And we'll see y'all next week on Insecure on AfterBuzz TV. Peace.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later. Skirt, skirt.
The views expressed herein are those of the host only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.